So listen, I don't know who needs to hear this, but a lot of people become temperamental, overly emotional, and restless within their spirit and in their mind, and therefore it affects their body because they're allowing outside sources and forces disturb their peace. How do I know this? Because not only have I experienced it several times over, I did it to others too, whether it was deserving or undeserving. The reality is that some people prod and poke the bear until that bear bites back. And please, by no means necessary, do not ever think that they don't know what they're doing. They want to see how far they can push you, how far they can take it, and how far they can put their disrespect on you. How much they can play in your face or play behind your back. Oh, yes, they do. And they're going to keep doing it if you don't check them, and it gets worse. Then when you do check them, they're going to play the victim of them being checked and act like it was you all along messing with them. A lot of people who do this they either have bad spirits in them, around them, or they don't have clarity of mind. So let me start with me. When I used to go on binge drinking, I could not control the clarity of my thoughts, my temper, and it displayed in my actions and the behavioral patterns that I kept spiraling out of control in. I used to tell myself I can handle it. I'll stop, after a few drinks. I'll be able to make it to work tomorrow, or even have me a few drinks before I go to work and be able to handle myself. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. In the beginning, when I was lightly drinking and it wasn't such an issue, yeah, I could do it from time to time. But that became worse because I went from wanting to have that substance to needing to have that substance. So it took me out of the way, and I started playing in people's face too. And like I said, some deserving and some non-deserving. And I ruined some great relationships and some not great relationships that needed to be cut off. But the lesson that I learned is stop playing in people's faces and don't allow them to play in yours. And like I said, you'll even check somebody. Tell them how you want to be treated. Tell them about their disrespect. Tell them about their tone, and they'll turn it around and make it seem like you were the problem when they're the ones who started the mess in the first place. I remember working at a company and giving my direct reports raises that they hadn't gotten in months, some even years. All I did was press the button. I gave them higher positions, higher pay, and they was all giggly and giddy about it in the beginning. But once they started getting what I call immune or comfortable in it, they didn't appreciate it. They forgot all about it, and they started to be disrespectful to my face and behind my back. Always calling out of work. Mad when you tell them, hey, you got to find a way to get here. Or this is going to turn into a disciplinary action. Mad because they don't want to face their own BS. Always placing the blame on somebody else as if it's not them. Always wanting something for nothing without earning it, and then once it's given to them, it's like a slice of pizza. Once that pizza is ate and they're no longer hungry, well, they have no more use for you. But they had all the use in the world for you when they were hungry, maybe even starving, and here you came in with the pizza. Now that that paycheck is a little bit more on swole, they have no more use for you. You make sure that they're staying on the schedule. You give them hours. Like I said, you done gave them a raise. You done gave them opportunities. Then they talk shit about you behind your back. And when you're not there, don't do the work that was assigned to them. Mad because they have to work. But isn't this a job? Isn't this your job? Isn't this the position you applied for? Straight ungrateful. Some of them was even silly enough to, lie to your face talking about I called out. I have caller ID on this phone. No, you did not. Talking about I called your cell phone. I have your number saved in my phone. No, you did not. I text you. You're not on block. No, you did not. Then you could be polite, professional, all those things. And you have those raggedy people that come to work and want to tell you what they are going to do, what they're not going to do. They want to raise their voice at you, and especially the ones that's been there for a while. They want you to either engage in gossip about other co-workers, or they're too busy engaging in gossip about other co-workers and you. And if you notice, it's the same type of entity, energy, or spirit that's just jumping in different bodies. You end up meeting the same type of person, situation that you encounter, same. And it's the same fucking entity jumping in these empty, miserable vessels that don't know how to spiritually cleanse themselves. A lot of them don't know how to physically cleanse themselves, which is why they breath stink and they body stink too. And let me also tell you how you can tell these people because they have ugly feet. Their feet usually smell sour, fungal, and they look all jacked up. Toenails all bent back, crusty hooves, always in your face or somebody else's face with some stinking breath. And they always have a scowl across their face. And their face, if you really pay attention to details, starts to distort. Because whatever's in them is coming out. And there are so many examples that we'll talk about over time of how people play in your face or try to. And then they think it's funny or all fun and games until you snap back on that ass. And they were trying to get you out of pocket. That was their purpose. And you can end up losing a lot of shit behind it. Now they laughing because you done lost your job. Laughing because you sitting up in somebody's county jail. All while they were the ones who kept poking that bear on purpose. And they know who they can try. They never do it to the ones that are like them. They do it to the ones that are minding their business, that show compassion and kindness, understanding, and give more chances to these folks than they deserve. Then they do it again. They don't care about what you're going through in your life, the problems you're going through, your mental health. They just keep poking it. And they think it's funny until it happens to them. They're the type of people that can dish it but can't take it. They're the type of people that it's okay for them to do it. But when you do it, it's a problem. Prime example, look at the beef between Meg Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. The beef between Drake and Kendrick Lamar. It's okay when they do it. But when you retaliate, it's a problem. And the issue is when you hit them where it hurts, which is their ego, their pride, their wallet, and the narrative that they tried to paint about you. So it's your girl. Stay tuned for more.